Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's show. If it sounds any different right now, we're in a different spot, but we feel pretty cool right now because we're in a really cool-looking spot, which may end up being our permanent spot. So, we got new microphones, new setup, new everything, pretty much. So, let's jump into it here, starting with FC Sports, and we're going to start with women's basketball. And Wednesday night is started sectionals. And FC's girl team won. We beat Perry Meridian 53-29. Really great game there. And now tonight we play against Decatur Central, which is going to be, of course, a harder game. And and about that game, we will have an interview with Coach Serbone later on in the show. So that'll come up after this. Okay, so now we're going to get into men's basketball, who played last night at Hamilton Southeastern. Lost to Hamilton Southeastern, only by 4, though. 44-40. Played a really good game, I think. So we'll see if we can, get some wins here coming up. So now we're going to go into our next segment. That's going to be Indiana men's basketball. So our last game against Maryland, lost 66-55. I only ended up watching the first half. How about you, Kyle?
Yeah, first half. It was a little too late for me. I went back and watched a little bit of the second half, but I don't like those 9 o'clock games. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Both teams with Eastern time playing at 9 o'clock. I don't get that.
Yeah, I can't stay up and watch that. My mommy makes me go to sleep. I make myself go to sleep. It's smart. Anyways, so we have lost against Maryland. We were at the time ranked 21 in the country. We still currently are because the rankings have not been changed yet. But we play number 1 Purdue at home. The splits are pretty much 50-50.
Yeah.
In favor of IU, actually.
Yeah.
At Assembly Hall. How do you think IU will play against this Purdue team?
I actually do think it's better that we lost against Maryland just because we had a 5-game win streak. 6-game win streak going against Purdue. I feel like that'd be hard to have a 7-game win streak. So I do think it's good that we lost. And it was against a Maryland team that at home, that Maryland team has been playing very well.
Yes.
I don't know how that Maryland team's going to do in the tournament, though, just because their strength is at home. They haven't lost a game at home in every single road game. I think they've lost. They might have won one, but I think every single road game they've
that's
lost.
a good point that you came up with. Maryland is so far this year undefeated at home against Big Ten teams. And that's really hard to do, especially in Big Ten. And so if Maryland is in a division where they play close to home and their fans go out, they're going to do great. But if they are somewhere else, I don't think they have it.
No.
That's, I think, part of the reason that we lost. We were just intimidated by the, being away and, being the opposing team. But, here against Purdue, we're at home on a Saturday,
which is really big for us at home on ESPN.
We always do great at home.
Yeah.
So, this is a really good upcoming game here against Purdue. How do you think we're going to be able to shut down people like Zach Edey?
It has to come on. I think the main person, if he does good, IU's going to do good, is Race Thompson. Has played, I'm sorry for saying this, has played terrible these last couple of games. Really terrible. Minnesota game was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't remember if he played in the Ohio State game or not. I don't think he did very good if he did. Maryland game, I think he did a little better in the second half. I know he finished with 11 points, but that first half was just...
Yeah, the turnovers were all over the place.
And with Geronimo being out and not being able to put him in and just having to rely on Malik Renew, which he still is doing good, but I
did not see the level of expectation in that Maryland game. He didn't live up to what I thought he should have.
Race Thompson or Malik Renew?
Renew.
It's just hard because he's a freshman. His main thing is when he's posting up somebody, he needs to pass out and not just take the ball to the rim every single time, because that's when people double team him, steal the ball.
I saw him get blocked once or twice too.
Yes, and we will always find somebody on that 3-point arc, and we've been doing really good on that 3-point arc because I think we're 3rd or 4th in the Big Ten in 3-point shooting,
and that's
which we haven't been
seen
in a while.
Yeah.
With Jalen Hood-Schifino, Miller Kopp, Trey Galloway actually has been shooting
Galloway's
the three
been doing really good
well.
right now.
So If he does that, I think we'll be fine.
I've also seen great growth out of, as you said, Miller Kopp.
Miller Kopp,
Because
yes.
he's usually just been our perimeter 3-shooter, but, he's expanded his game. Now he's taking a lot more, drives to the hoop.
He's been playing really
Really
smart
great
basketball.
Smart passes, and stuff like that. So, if Edie does good, who is their best player, that means in this upcoming Purdue game, I think, our best player is going to have to do good too. Trey Jackson Davis is going to have to step up, which I feel like his last game, it was a one-man team kind of, he almost pretty much did everything.
Yeah.
So we're going to need to get some boys behind him this game, and I feel pretty good about it.
I do.
I feel really good.
This game's going to be a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
Really good game.
So, coming off of men's now, we're going to go to IU women's basketball, all right? They also play Purdue up next.
They're at Purdue,
They're
though.
at Purdue, though. However, this IU team is ranked 4th in the nation in women's basketball. That is insane. We are so crazy. We beat Ohio State, who was number 2 in the country. We knocked them off. They're down to 10 after like a 2 or 3 game losing streak.
I think IU only moved up 1 in the ranking after knocking off the number 2 team.
We moved up 2.
Oh, wait, were we 6?
We were 6, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, still.
Yeah, that's still really good for us.
But that just shows you how good other teams are.
Yeah.
The other teams that are in front of us.
I feel like there's a big gap in women's basketball. Like, there's some really, really, really good teams. Like
you
South
have
Carolina,
the South Carolina,
UConn,
Stanford, UConns, and
all
then you
those
have
teams. And you have like the teams that are like you think will be good, but they're like 4 and something. Like have 4 wins.
like the teams that are really
win.
good, but just aren't living up to whatever those powerhouses are.
Yes,
like
and there's
IU,
a lot
Ohio
of
State.
powerhouses, and
Even Iowa's really good. They have that one person.
Iowa is really good. Yeah.
They have that one person who puts up like triple-double every game.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's insane. So, good luck to both those teams coming up this weekend. And yeah, now we're going to get into the trivia game. So today's trivia is going to be a little bit harder this week.
Probably our hardest question yet. Yeah, just
I failed it myself when he asked me. So with March coming up, that brings up March Madness. And so March Madness is related to our question of the day today. So our question of the day is, who were the Final Four teams last year in men's? Who were each of the Final Four teams last year?
Mm-hmm.
So that answer will be coming up at the end of the show, and it might be a little bit shorter show because we don't have any football to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the Pro Bowl week. It's pretty much an off week for most teams.
Isn't it flag football?
Yeah, it's flag football. They're in
Coached
Vegas.
by the Manning brothers.
Coached by the Mannings, of course.
I might watch it. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't really
I'll
like.
probably just go out somewhere and hit balls in the cage.
Yeah, I think this is getting really off topic here, but I feel like the best All-Star game is easily the MLB All-Star game.
Oh yeah, easy.
Because they try.
They actually try to win. They try to get good stats.
They're like having fun though too. There's some really great matchups.
And you have the home run derby before it,
Yeah, the home run derby is so fun to watch.
Love the home run derby.
Gosh.
Okay, now can we get back on topic?
Yeah,
please?
let's get back
go.
on topic
So
here.
back on topic. Pretty much this week is all basketball. Actually, I think about it. This week has all been basketball. So talking about that, we're going into Pacers basketball now. So, our upcoming game, we play the Sacramento Kings at home. Didn't we give them DeMontis Sabonis?
Yes.
Wasn't he an all-star?
Yes.
You know who else was an all-star? Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton made the all-star reserve list for the East. He's had an incredible year. He completely deserved it.
Oh, yeah.
And, I think he'll be back in time to play it. He should be.
No, yeah, he definitely should be.
So, I mean, it'll be great to see him in the all-star game. That's the only reason I might watch it, is to just see him play, possibly. But, yeah, we have a pretty hard upcoming game for us. We're both kind of in the middle of rankings, or kind of in the middle of,
Yeah, Pacers have been coming off. They came off a really bad loss to the Lakers last night. I think they won by either 1 or 2 on like last second shot. I don't think it was a buzzer beater, but it was definitely a game winning shot, and then they held us on defense. Yeah.
So, I mean, both these teams, it's literally a 50-50 matchup. So, you're going to have one way or another, and, this game could go anyway.
This game could go
If
anyway.
I was in Vegas, I'm not betting on this one.
No.
I mean, I'm not taking any chances.
I think it's going to be a blowout. Either way, I don't know who's gonna win, but I do think it's gonna be a blowout. I don't think it's gonna be a close game.
I think it'll be closer.
You think
I
it'll be
think
closer? I think it'd be like a 15 to 20 point game.
Yeah, I don't know. 15-20 is a big stretch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's not like if we're playing the Rockets versus the Celtics. All right. That one I would bet 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
We don't really have many picks of the week. I guess here, let's pick the Pacers game.
yeah, let's pick the Pacers game.
Pick
I
the
guess.
Pacers game, and then we'll pick the IU Purdue game for both. Women's
Okay,
and
cool.
men's.
And we can pick NFC, AFC, and Pro Bowl.
Perfect. I like it.
All right, so De'Aaron Fox is of course active. Our leading scorer, Tyrese Haliburton, is not. For rebounds, Miles Turner is active. Sabonis is averaging 12 rebounds a game. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And also 7 assists per game. Oh my gosh, Sabonis, he's doing better than I thought he was. I'm gonna go Pacers since they're at home.
I think I'll also go Pacers at home here.
I would love to go Kings, but I'm gonna go Pacers at home
Why would you like to go Kings?
because the Kings just seem like the better matchup.
They
here.
do. I think they
Because
are the better
in terms
team.
of better players and more experience, the Kings have it, but they just have the at home.
Here, let's
so.
pick AFC, NFC before the IU Purdue games.
Okay. AFC, NFC. So
These
you
are
gotta-
so hard because they're just flag
I mean, you just
football
have to.
games.
Yeah, but you have to think about who's on their teams.
Okay, let's think. So Patrick Mahomes won't be there.
He won't be not be there. There's
Jalen
four
Hurts won't be
reserves
there.
that are in for
Didn't Tyler Huntley make
Tyler Huntley
and
made the
Derek
Pro Bowl.
Carr?
Yes.
What is going on?
At that point, put Sam Ellinger in the Pro Bowl.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Matt Ryan. Somebody in.
Jeez.
Was it I think Matt Ryan was doing a talk show before a championship game. I don't know which
About
one it
what?
was. No, he was he was on CBS or Fox.
Does that mean he's retired?
I don't know, but he was on. I remember seeing him. I don't know what game it was, but I do remember. No, I think it was the Bengals Chiefs game. No. It was the Giants Eagles game. Not the Giants Eagles.
49ers Eagles? There you
It was
go.
that game because I remember it was on Fox and he was talking about Jalen Hurts passing.
I don't know. I don't think I watched the beginning of that part.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So, but I do think he should retire.
No, yeah, I don't think he has a
think
spot
he's done.
anywhere.
I mean, Brady retired, so why shouldn't he? you
Yeah.
know? Which is really surprising to see Brady
Yeah,
retire.
yeah.
I think he could have easily played to 50.
I think he should have retired. I think that was a good move.
I think he should have retired.
Back
earlier.
on topic.
Okay.
here.
Anyways,
AFC, NFC. I am going to go with the NFC.
I'm gonna go against you because I feel like it. I'm gonna go AFC, mostly because they have Tyreek Hill and he's fast. I don't think they're gonna catch him and pull his flag down.
Yeah, gosh, I don't think of that. All right, let's go IU women's basketball here. IU Purdue. Who do you got? IU. Okay.
Is this a question?
This isn't even
IU.
a
I mean, come
question.
on now. We're way too good. It's not like one of those
We're a
things
little
where
biased here, but
it's not
still.
okay. It's not where you go on one of these streaks where you're like, oh yeah, this team looks really good right now. They're on a 7-game win streak. Oh, they just lost. Oh, they're on another win streak. They just lost. No, they have consistently been putting up great outings. So, I mean,
The big game of the week. Oh, let's also pick North Carolina Duke while we're at it.
oh yeah, that's
Just
a good
get the
idea.
rivalry
Great
games
idea.
out of here. All right. Well, I said that we didn't have a lot of picks.
We
have a
actually
lot of
have
picks.
some. Okay, so on ESPN at 4:00 on Saturday,
This game is so tough because
IU Purdue. So we know Purdue.
we both want to pick IU, but we're trying to be smart here and trying to pick a team that we actually think is going to win. And I actually think IU is going to win. Just because they're at home, the student section is going to be crazy. They're going to be, just crazy. They're going to be trash talking Purdue. Probably not trash talking. We're not really like that. But every time Trace Jackson Davis is going to dunk, they're going to raise the roof. They're going to head top him. Jalen Hood-Schifino is going to make a three-pointer, turn around, look at the student section. They're going crazy. I think it's just going to be a good feel-good game for IU, and I feel like they're going to win.
I like that mentality. I would say something to back that up, but I don't really know who I'm picking yet. I really do like, because Zach Edey's insane.
You might have to pick Purdue just so we don't look like a bunch of idiots on
But
here.
Trace Jackson Davis is making his case for the John Wooden Award. So,
I mean, it's your pick. It's your pick.
I mean,
We've talked about both teams a lot.
okay.
We all know IU.
My biggest question is, will Trace Jackson Davis continue to be dominant against a 7'4" Zach Edey?
I think so.
I mean, that's the only thing. Will defense and offense, matter and stuff? Will they count? I think it's also going to come down to guard play. If our guards can do good, I have IU. If if we don't, I got Purdue, and I'm trusting ourselves. But I'm going to go Purdue.
I feel like we kind of have to have somebody
but I have to
go
go
Purdue.
Purdue.
Okay, the game after the IU Purdue game on ESPN, 6:30. UNC Duke. Duke at home has the 70% chance to win. Drew, who do you got?
I'm gonna have Duke because coming off last season, UNC shocked me in the March Madness. They came back this year. Weren't they number 1 ranked or whatever like that?
We're number 1 ranked. IU beat them. That's why I'm going Duke too.
Yeah.
Baycott.
Overrated.
I do not
this
like
entire
Baycott.
team is overrated.
I do not like Baycott
I don't either.
one bit. This Duke team has been doing good.
Yes. Duke
They
team's been
have a
looking
guy
really
on
good.
their team named Kyle, leading point scorer. I do like that.
Unlike you.
Okay. Okay. But back to the game. All right. I got Duke. You got Duke
I
too?
also have Duke. Yes.
All right.
Is there any other games that are good?
No, I think those are the only games.
All right. So, with that, we will conclude our show, but not before we give you the answer to the trivia of the week. Remember, the question was for today's trivia was, what were the teams in the Final Four last year in March Madness?
Mm-hmm.
Can't give you really a rundown because there's 4 teams.
Here, you say one game, I'll say the other game. Like for the teams, I'll say 2 teams, you say 2 teams.
Okay. So one of the teams, Duke. The other one, North Carolina.
And then on the other side, it was Kansas and a surprise team here, Villanova.
Nova. And double question, who ended up winning?
Kansas.
So that
If you guys are looking for our interview with Coach Sherbone, that will be on another video.
yes, we will upload that later.
Yep, we will upload that after this. Hopefully, we can win against a good Decatur team. You'll hear the story behind that, how this is going to be a good, a game for
Yes.
FC. Like, this is going to be our game. If we want to win a game, it's going to be this game.
Yeah.
So you will see that coming up next.
Yes, so that means there will be a double upload today. And Kyle, I had this idea already. Triple upload? Because I got last week's video that was not able to be published into my mail finally, and I have it downloaded, and I could upload that at any time now. So we
Go
could
down
put
below
up,
in the comment section.
yes, go
tell
down
us
below
if you
and
want
tell
to
us if you
see.
want to see last week's video, which had the NFL games and all
believe
other great
I-
stuff from last week.
I believe I picked the Chiefs and 49ers, and I believe you picked.
I picked the Eagles and the Bengals.
Yes.
So
we both got one
We both
right.
went 1-1.
And
And
that-
then, we had IU last week. We had both men's and women's. We had our trivia game last week. So, if you want to listen to that, comment down below. But that will conclude today's episode. A little bit of a shorter one, under 20 minutes. But, it seemed pretty great. So that will conclude today's episode. Thank you guys for listening. And, of course, comment down below your answer to the trivia game. And, if you want to see the video from last week.